Hello and welcome, I'm Mr.QuitALot and this is Dreamcatcher's Good Night. And wait, what are you looking at? Hey, up here. My eyes are up here. I don't know what's happening with my facial area here. Like, I know that I have a beard and I have to shave, but I mean like those fucking... like the pimples, right? For some fucking reason, my face has been exploding lately. And I don't know why. And now, after a couple of days, I'm finally back to Dreamcatcher. I've been waiting to watch the second music video in the Nightmare storyline ever since I recorded the previous one, obviously. And yeah, I've been reading your comments, and apparently my interpretation is not necessarily what most people agree with, but I still like my interpretation of Chase Me. So I will watch this music video and listen to the song and read the lyrics according to my interpretation and your guys's, because I still think that your interpretation is probably the most correct one, or at the very least it holds the most ground, since you've been listening to them a lot longer than me and yada yada yada. You know the drill. I want to thank you for over 100 subscribers so far. It's been quite enjoyable to see how many of you guys actually enjoy my reactions. So I hope you will stick around. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you. Also, excuse me if I look a little bit tired and maybe a little bit emotionless and not super excited, but I've been so tired the entire day. So I just hope that Dreamcatcher is going to wake me up, since the only cure for insomnia is a Dreamcatcher. I'm sorry. Anyway, without any further ado, I would say let's go into Good Night. Okay, so I'm going to try something new today. I'm going to leave the subtitles on for some of you who like to, read along to the lyrics, but I will not really pay much attention to them in the very beginning. I'm just going to focus mainly on the song and the visuals. So yeah, let's turn them on and let's begin. Dreamcatcher, Good Night. That's the guy from before. The supposed murderer. Okay, so I know it's I paused very quickly, but one of you guys actually told me to watch out for the tune at the end of Chase Me, because it would reappear in Good Night. And here it is, the little childish melody, I don't really know how to call it, but it's here in Good Night in the very beginning. So let's continue. That's the investigator. Okay, so far it's good. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I don't feel as blown away when I heard Chase Me. When I heard Chase Me, I was super enthusiastic and I just was completely sucked in from the beginning. But so far, it has a very fairy tale-like aesthetic, at least the music video has. Like, they are running through the woods, there's the guy with a mysterious book. And so, I mean, so far I don't know how to interpret the song, but obviously I still have time, since I will re-listen, read the lyrics, and just so on and on. But let's continue.
표정 따위 no 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 너를 위해 만든 시간 속인 걸 더 이상 떠나갈 생각은 하지마 Oh baby welcome to my dream world come in 나만 바라보게 벗어날 수 없어 넌내 손 안에 있어 끝없이 반복되는 악몽 속에서 이대로 갇혀 있어줘
They trapped him? Oh no, they trapped him. Okay. What just happened? Okay, to be completely honest, I don't really know what to think about Good Night. I don't think I like it as much as I liked Chase Me, or Odd Eye. I think this is so far the weakest song, at least in my opinion, from the ones that I've heard, right? Obviously. It didn't catch my attention as much. It just, I don't know. I didn't find this as interesting as the other ones, especially since it's I don't really know how to describe it. It didn't catch my attention as much when it comes to the music and the song itself. Like, I mean, every single vocal and every single member has sang well. Like, I love their voices. I'm getting more and more used, and I recognize their voices more. I think I can now place each voice, well, maybe not each, but I can place some voices to the specific singer. But overall, I really, really like that. And I really like the voices, but the song in itself didn't really impress me that much. I still like it though, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad song by any means. It is a good song, but it isn't as good as the previous ones. The previous ones. Now, one part that I really enjoyed, and I think is actually an improvement in comparison to the other songs, is the rap part. I really, really loved the rap part where the two members rapped it. I think it was her. Yeah. Okay. Let me. If I'm not wrong, this is Sua. If I'm not wrong, I hope I'm saying I recognize her well. But Sua's rap part and Dami's is amazing. This is by far my favorite part of the music video when it comes to the song, to the music. Yeah, Dami and Sua, they slayed the rap part. I love it. I think it worked so well because they kind of changed the entire tone for the rap part, right? The entire song is very rock based, like every song, right? but they changed the tone drastically for the rap part in comparison to the older song. It has less energy, it's much deeper and darker, and the guitar, the electric guitar, is toned down and has a very deep sound to it. So I like it. This is by far my favorite part of the song. Now we come to the music video. I'm going to watch it again because I think I didn't catch so many of the metaphors in this music video in particular. I think I need to watch it again. So I'll be right back. Yeah, I just finished listening to it the second time around, and now I see what you guys mean by them being nightmares, right? Like those creatures, sort of, right? Now I understand, and it's definitely not about a murderer. At least Good Night doesn't show anything that would have anything to do with it, not the music video and not the lyrics. So my interpretation of Chase Me, I think, stands alone by itself without considering Good Night as the music video. So, you know, for this music video, my previous theory doesn't work at all. So I will try to do a different kind of theory. So what I've got from the lyrics and the music video so far is that this guy, the paranormal investigator, has been trapped by the nightmares inside of a dream. And I think it's the case because, first of all, the melody in the very beginning sounds like something you would turn on for your child to fall asleep. At least, you know, back in the day. I don't think that anyone would do that nowadays, but some time ago it was a thing. So I think that it's the case that this is a melody which is supposed to make you fall asleep. And another thing that makes me believe that this guy is in a dream world or asleep in some manner is that his position, his head is hanging down and it looks like he's resting, like his eyes are closed. And then he sort of wakes up. He looks dazed. He looks like he has no idea where he is and how he got here. So it makes me believe that they trapped him inside of this dimension. Now, I don't really know why they are running away. I guess this is maybe something from the past. Maybe this will be explained in Fly High. I don't know, but it looks like this is the members, like the nightmares when they were still human. If they were human at one point, I don't know, but it looks like they're running away from the hooded guys that are shown throughout the music video, that are chasing them. Yeah, by those guys. They are chased by those weird hooded people. I don't know why, but they are being chased. Also, the lyrics mention very often like falling asleep, dreams and stuff like that, which is a very clear indicator for, I mean, the song in itself is called Good Night, right? So it has to have something to do with sleeping with dreams. So also this book is very interesting because, as far as I understood, this book contains information on all the nightmares, or these are the nightmares. Like, this book contains the life force. And what I mean by that is because in the music video, this book is clearly highlighted, right? There's one scene, this scene, where the book is in the center. Like, there's no one else, nothing else but this book alone. So I think that either this is a very important book because it has information on them, or this is their life force. Like, basically, this book, they would die, or basically they live because of this book. And what makes me believe that this book is connected to their existence is one part in particular. Yes, this part in particular makes me believe that the book in itself is their life force, or is allowing them to exist, because right now they're burning a page with one of the members, or one of the nightmares, who has hands grabbing her from every direction, like really, really long and weird hands. And then in the next scene, we see this girl burning up, or at the very least, like, her surroundings burning up, just like in the picture, right? Just like the page itself started to burn. And you can't really see it here on this shot, but when Sua was rapping, you can see clearly that there are hands, like weird long hands, grabbing her from every direction. See? So the nightmare that we've seen on this page is her, obviously. And since they burned the page where she is on, I think she's being killed or she's being burned alive. And I don't necessarily know why they would do that to one of their own. But they are burning up her page. Maybe, now I just got a thought, maybe the book in itself isn't like, it isn't the reason they exist. Maybe this book is trapping them, actually. Now that I think about it, like, this book is chained up, which, you know, we associate chains with being locked up, being imprisoned, and just not being able to move freely. So maybe this book actually trapped the nightmares. Like they are trapped because of this book, and they want to destroy the pages to finally be free and released. That's what I'm getting from the visuals, at least. I will go back to the lyrics in a moment, but I just want to analyze a couple of the scenes before we go any further. Well, another clear indicator that he's trapped is the fact that they can look through the mirror and see him while he cannot see them. At the same time, I think they actually went into the room where he was, possibly because the color of the walls is pretty much the same. Like this dark green color, I cannot find it anymore. They went into his world. Like you can see the dark green. And in this scene, they are in the room with the green walls and with the paper and everything on the walls. Now, I don't really know why they would want to trap this guy inside of the dream. My only speculation is that they needed to trap him to get the book and to free themselves. That is, I think, my only interpretation why they would have to trap him somewhere. But you know what? I don't think I can get anything more out of the music video without looking deeper into the lyrics. So let's do that. All right, let's look into the lyrics. Okay, so the very first phrase is, "Hey, when the moonlight is covered by the clouds, I'm watching over you," which is a clear indicator that once like the midnight comes, the nightmares are watching over the main character, like the guy, the paranormal investigator. Now in the other line, they are waiting patiently for this guy to fall asleep to actually, you know, to trap him inside of the dream world, inside of the different dimension. Because as soon as he falls asleep, they're saying, now it's time, right? And they're telling him that they won't make this night pass, which indicates that they are going to trap him forever in a dream world where the time doesn't move, right? I mean, TikTok stopping the clock. Obviously, the timer has been stopped inside of the dream world, so the time doesn't pass for him anymore. This might indicate that the nightmares themselves don't have limited time as well. It might mean that they are actually close, or maybe somewhat close to disappearing from this world. I don't know, maybe. Now, this is just obviously the nightmares telling the character, the paranormal investigator, you can't escape from the dream world no matter what you do. There's no escape. Now, honestly, I don't like these lyrics are heavily indicating that the paranormal investigator has been trapped. Like I said multiple times now, and I'm kind of getting sick of repeating it myself, but you know what I mean. Like I don't see much more. At least I cannot read between the lines well enough to say what's actually happening, right? Okay, so I went through the lyrics multiple times, and honestly, I couldn't find more to say about them other than they are just basically giving more and more indicators or proof that this guy was trapped by them. And it seems like they are, at least they think that they're doing it for him, or maybe that they're doing him a favor. I don't know why though. They're basically saying, hey, you're in my control, like a doll. Obviously, like they control every single move that he does. It's very interesting. But I mean, it's very interesting, but I honestly, I cannot find more meaning. Now, maybe if I go back to the lyrics of Chase Me. So wait a second. Okay, now after watching Good Night, I can definitely see what you guys meant by saying that they are nightmares, that they are these creatures haunting this guy's dreams. Now that I've read the lyrics of Chase Me Again, I can definitely see it, right? They're talking about empty people's dream is boring, which means that, you know, most people's dreams or their imagination or whatever is inside of their head isn't thrilling and interesting to them. And I mean, now it's very clear. I jump into your dream. I previously thought that this could be like a metaphor, but this is just a clear indicator that they are some weird creatures that mess with this guy, with the paranormal investigator, and they are constantly changing the dream. They're constantly jumping from one dream to another one, and they are not letting the paranormal investigator to actually catch them, but they are still teasing him like, hey, chase me, right? So this is basically what's happening in this one. And obviously, like I said before, but I read your comments, so I know the meaning behind the song is actually a little bit deeper and more personal for the Dreamcatchers as well. At least one of the interpretations is that they're basically saying fuck you to the society and the standards of what K-pop is, and they're just doing their own thing. That's one of the comments that I've seen from you guys, and I can definitely see it, especially in a different part. But anyway, this is not a video about Chase Me. Maybe I'm not digging deep enough. Maybe I'm too tired to dig deeper. But what I've got from both music videos is that this guy is a paranormal investigator. He's trying to catch the nightmares, right? The Dreamcatcher members. And in the process, they are tormenting him. They are going into his dreams. They are playing with him, right? They are like teasing him all the time. And eventually, this guy gets himself captured in the dream world. Like he cannot escape from it anymore. And for some reason, there was a book on the nightmares, or maybe this is the book that actually trapped the nightmares. And that specific book, they needed that book to be free, and for some reason this guy had the access to that dream world. I don't really know if he had the access or if, I don't know what he has to do with the book, but it seems like they needed to trap him to get that book, you know, to steal the book. And once they had it, they were able to burn it, they were able to free themselves. And that's why they are running away in the woods later on. I think this scene is supposed to indicate that, hey, they freed themselves. They let the book fall to the ground because they don't need it anymore, right? It's no longer binding them to the dream world. I think now they are finally free and they are roaming around in the real world. And that's basically my story now. That's basically my interpretation. The guy is trapped now forever and he will never get out. Now again, I'm going to do a quick checkup to see if I remember the numbers correctly. So let's see. Okay, I think that this might be Gaion. I think it's either Gaion or Shion. I think. I'm not sure. I thought I would recognize her better, but apparently I can't. So let's move on to all members. This is clearly Yuyeon. I think this is clearly her. I think this is Sua. So we have Sua, Yuyeon. And let's just assume for the time being that the other member that I mentioned previously was Gaion. This is Jiu. This is definitely Jiu. I have no doubt in my mind that this is Jiu. So I think that this is definitely... I actually think that this is Gaion. The one member that I mentioned previously wasn't Gaion. So I think this is Gaion. The other one, I'm not so sure who it was, but this is Gaion. Well, this is obviously Dami and Handong. We have Dami and Handong. And the other member that I haven't recognized yet is Shion. For some reason, I have real difficulty finding Shion, but this is definitely Handong and Dan. So for the time being, I'm just going to say that this is Shion. So I think I tried to recognize every single member. I think this is Shion, this is not Gaion. This is Shion. So this is my official current stand on how I can recognize the members. And I have to say that so far, I think that my bias is going to become Yuyeon. Like every single scene she's in, I don't know. I just really like how she looks at the camera. I like how she acts, how she just portrays her characters, and how she just basically. I really like her, and I love her voice as well. Even though I prefer Handong's voice, I just feel like she has a much bigger and better presence in the music videos than Handong. It kind of feels to me like Handong is more in the background rather than Yuyeon. So I think Yuyeon is my bias so far. Maybe it will change, but so far Yuyeon, my bias, definitely. And Handong is definitely a very close second. Welcome back to the front camera. Now I'm going to try to summarize a little bit my thoughts about this song, the music video, the lyrics, and just everything. So, first things first. I have to admit that I didn't enjoy this song as much as I did enjoy Chase Me and Odd Eye. I have to say that this song didn't really stuck with me. Like, it's been quite some time since I recorded like the initial reaction, right? I've been reading the lyrics and trying to analyze the music video in itself, so it's been quite a while, and just kind of the melody and the song in itself isn't stuck in my head. I do think that this is a good song, don't get me wrong, it sounds good, but it didn't impress me. I don't think that I'm going to listen to this song as much as I did to Chase Me and Ora. I think that those two songs are better in almost every single way, except for one, and you know what it is. It's the rap part. I think that Good Night had an amazing rap part. I mean, I already knew that Dami is very talented as a rapper, but this was the first time where I saw a different member rap as well, and I think it was Sua, and I think that Sua did an amazing job together with Dami. They were paired together perfectly. I really enjoyed that rap. I think that this is the best part of the music video and the song in itself. Maybe not the music video, but the song in itself. I loved it so much. A great rap part. Now the rest of the song was just good. It was just good. I like I said, I'm not very impressed by the song. I like it somewhat, but I'm not going to listen to it as much as I did to the other songs. Now, my interest for Dreamcatcher is still on a very high level, even though it might not seem like it. I'm just really tired today, so don't get me wrong, guys. I still really like this group. I still want to listen to more of their music, but this song in particular just wasn't necessarily my thing. So now let's go back to the lyrics and the music video for a second. Like I mentioned previously, I think that the storyline is very simple. At the very least, on the surface, I couldn't really read that much more into the lyrics of this song. For some reason, every single passage that I read just was another indicator for them trapping this guy, the paranormal investigator, inside of a dream world. So basically, I don't want to repeat myself too much. Just, what I said about the music video and the story still holds true up until this point. Hopefully I didn't disappoint you guys with my interpretation this time around. Like I said, I cannot find a different meaning. Maybe that's just me. But, I still hope you enjoyed the reaction, the music, and the music video. I will react to Fly High next, and after that I will go to the B-side, so with the special clips, I believe. At least this is what I've decided based on your comments. So I'm going to do that next. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. This is something I've never mentioned before, but now I do. Just in case, if some of you guys don't know, don't fucking know what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you so much. See you in the next video.